Recupera su saeta para el Oviedo. Juega al medio con Héctor Font. Héctor Font que tiene el balón presionado ahora a la derecha otra vez para su saeta. Se va el primero Néstor. Su saeta levanta la cabeza, pone el centro al área. Balón para Linares. ¡Gol! ¡Gol! Del de casi siempre. Miguel Linares. La puso desde la derecha.
Good afternoon and welcome to Come on the Oviedo, a very special one-off edition live from Murcia, where we sit here today in Plaza Flores. Over here you can see a lot of the, well, let's start with these guys. David from Oviedo, I'm sure you all recognise, and his wonderful wife Carmen, here for the top of the table clash between Real Murcia and Real Oviedo. Slightly further over we have a lot of the local Oviedo Peña, the Abbey Tavern. I don't take any tips. David's telling me that you can see that nicely now. So today's going to be a very special edition. There's going to be a lot of live footage, and then when I get back tonight, I'll do some tactics time for you all and review the game. Hopefully 3 points today will put us 11 points clear of Murcia at the top of the group, which should mean then that we will secure our playoff final place for around about the 24th of May. I'll check in with you later. So another quick clip. A very quick clip in the Plaza Flores of some of the local fans that are down here today, and they're going to sing us a lovely song. Vamos, vamos Oviedo, es una fuerte pasión, está echada hasta loca, loca por el que gana. Vamos, vamos Oviedo, es una fuerte pasión, está echada hasta loca, loca por el que gana. There we go, folks, and there'll be lots more of that to come as the afternoon progresses. So we've just finished lunch and now we're heading off towards the ground. We're now in Plaza Santo Domingo, and as you can see behind me, Oviedo flags are out in full with lots and lots of support here. There must be a good 300, 400 people already down here to support Oviedo for the game. I'm sure everyone will be heading off to the stadium soon, and I would have thought this would be one of the biggest away supports that Murcia have had in recent sort of seasons. Should be a fantastic game. So having spoken to a few of the Oviedo fans out and about so far, it looks like the general feeling is that a point will be good enough for us today. With 8 points difference between us and Murcia with just a few games left, that should be enough to secure the title. Everybody's obviously hoping for a big win today. But realistically, I mean, my thoughts are certainly that we're probably looking at a 1-1, maybe a 2-2 draw. Frankly, as long as the Naro scores and I've got something then to work with in tactics time later, that'll be absolutely fantastic. So here we are outside the Estadio Nueva Condamina, the home of Real Murcia, where today we're going to be playing them, hopefully to secure another 3 points that will put us 11 points clear in the race. The away fans starting to turn up. You can see just down here, just a small group of them starting to appear. As we look around, there's Oviedo fans all over the place. As I said earlier, probably the biggest amount of away fans that Murcia will have seen for quite a while. Next time I'll check in will probably be during the game, so I'll catch you then. As I say that, just walking down the steps again, and the team bus is just pulling out of the stadium. Not sure if you saw that, let's try that again. There we go. Not very interesting, but at least something for you to look at. So we've made it into the stadium. It's about an hour to kick off. A little bit of fun and games on the outside, but fortunately nobody got hurt. And the stadium is very, very impressive. Let me show you a little bit of the pitch. So a lovely playing surface, and I think as I've just opened the gates, the stadium will start to get a little bit more full now. Hopefully they've got some good crowd control in place. Should be a good game. So the Oviedo guys are out on the field now warming up before the game. It's about 20 minutes to kick off. News has just come in that Susueta won't be starting today. Sergio Garcia will be playing in his place. So Oviedo will be lining up with Esteban in goal, Nacho Lopez, Jonathan Villa, David Fernandez, Redondo, Omga, John Arithe. They're going with Sergio Garcia, Borja Valle and Hector Font. And up front, the one and only Linares. So as we sit here at half time, it's 0-0. It's not been the best of first halves. Murcia have had a couple of chances. Esteban's made one very, very good save from the header from the set piece. Linares has headed one just wide for us. To be fair, we'll be taking the draw all day long as it's Murcia that really, really need the win. But the game's been played at quite a low tempo. It doesn't have the feeling of a top of the table clash really. But 0-0 at half time. Let's see what the second half brings. So far, bumped into a few of the guys. Sid's here with his little boy Charlie, and also managed to bump into Sergio Aguirre's son Alexis, who plays for Torrevieja. He's here to watch the game today as well. Catch up at the end of the game. Not too rude.
You could tell.
Welcome back again to Come on the Oviedo. And I've got a very special guest today. Forget Sid, he's nothing. Meet Charlie! Hello, what's the score, Charlie? Say 5-0 Oviedo. That'll do.
What's your favourite football team?
Don't fail us, Charlie. Don't fail us. That's the result we were looking
Who's
for.
your favourite player? And your other favourite player?
Charlie!
And your other favourite player?
Esteban!
Yes, that's what we wanted. And Sid, very quickly, less interesting. What do you think of the game?
It doesn't need to be very exciting. It always makes me nervous when you're like this. But apart from one really, really good save from Esteban, I'm more or less happy.
Yeah, no, I go along with that. Hopefully we'll wake up a little bit this half though, as it's a little bit bad
thing, will it?
But back to the start of the show. Say goodbye, Charlie.
Bye!
Bye. For the 5 or 6 of you that have watched this show regularly, you'll know how much I love Nico. He's just been brought on for Sergio Garcia. Maybe this will be the day that he proves me wrong. So as we come to the closing moments here, it's 4 minutes injury time, which the score will be up by now. Oviedo look like they're going to hold on for the 0-0 draw. And that's the final whistle, and we got the 0-0. So, not the greatest of games, but the point is what we wanted, and the point is what we got. Still 8 points clear at the top of the league. Welcome back, guys. So it's now the next day, it's Sunday, following the game yesterday at Real Murcia. I'm just going to put on the match highlights for you, courtesy of DXTN Asturias. Got to warn you now, not really a brilliant set of highlights as it was a 0-0 draw, but for those of you that haven't seen them yet, enjoy. So as I say, not really much to report on in terms of the game itself. Fantastic save by Esteban in the first half. Linares went close with his own header from Redondo's cross. For me, Redondo was man of the match yesterday, but the highlights haven't really given me enough to be able to demonstrate to you through tactics time actually how well he did play. There were some very good defensive tackles, some very good blocks on strikes on goal, none of which that really were worth making it onto the highlight reel per se, but would have allowed me then to show you how well he did play. So no tactics time as you would expect it today, sadly. Let's have a look at what the newspapers say. Well, had I read the newspapers before I actually told you I was going to report on the newspapers, this might be slightly different. There wasn't a great deal to say, guys, to be honest. Both Magazine Ovidiista and El Comercio followed the same theme. Oviedo played well, defended deep, didn't look to give Murcia any real sort of hope of winning the game. Aguirre got his tactics spot on. We're going to win the league. Hopefully we'll do really well in the playoffs. That's pretty much the theme of everything that I've read this morning. So that'll do, I guess. So that brings us to the end of today's show, guys. It's slightly different for you. Really nice to be at the stadium yesterday, and the away support, again, I can only say was absolutely magnificent. The noise that we made, I think there was 9,800 there, and the Oviedo fans, as expected, made far more noise than the Murcia fans. The game wasn't brilliant, as you've seen for yourselves, but the atmosphere more than made up for it. This is truly a club like no other. I don't know of any other club in Spain that would have taken that many fans on a 900-kilometre journey to watch their team play away from home. Absolutely wonderful, guys. It was great to be amongst you all yesterday. Thank you again for making us all feel so welcome. Hello, Oviedo, and here's to the playoffs in a few weeks' time.